Hey fam, my name is Joanna Guiner. I am a coach in health and fitness as well as lifestyle and a mum of 4 little boys. I'm not a YouTuber, so this video and the editing is not going to be great, but what it will do is give you my latest experience and the full thing. So recently I was hacked on my business Instagram account, and 95% of my business comes through from Instagram. So it's like my livelihood. So it was very, very important to me. And I obviously wasn't set up with security measures to make sure that I couldn't get hacked. So let me tell you how I got hacked, then what happened after that, what did I do to get my account back, and all the little nitty gritties. I luckily looked at all these YouTube videos to see different ways of being able to attack this, but it wasn't one thing that worked for me actually. And there was lots of things that wasn't mentioned that for me, I needed to know. And I guess I want to pass that on to other people, because the only lesson that I really learnt from this is A, not to take my platform for granted, but 2 is to secure my online presence, as well as I didn't know all this other stuff. So it's kind of, you know, skilled me up on some things. So I actually got hacked. I was in the pool with my little ones. I was getting myself and the baby out of the pool, and I heard a text message come through on my phone. This one. So this text message came through. I thought, what the heck is that? I actually went to press out of the text message, and I accidentally actually tapped it. You know, wrangling a baby, coming out of the pool, I accidentally tapped the link instead of going out of the text message. It immediately took me to my Instagram app, which reloaded. I always am logged in, I'm never logged out. It reloaded, boom, to the login page. My heart started racing instantly because I kind of knew, oh my God, what did that do? Like, something's happened. I typed my password and my login to log back in. It would not let me log in. Moments later, I received 3 emails from Instagram, one saying that my email was removed, one saying that my mobile phone number was removed, and the next one came through saying that 2-step factor authentication had been done on the account, clearly not with my details, but with the hacker's details. At this point, I knew I was hacked, and, you know, went onto the hacking help center on Instagram. You know, it says, what happens if you think your account's been hacked? I followed every single thing it said. I looked up everywhere online. I looked up everything and I followed those steps, and nothing was working. It didn't have the buttons. All the things that it said, I didn't have the buttons on my app. So it was just like, and every time I spoke to someone, oh, I use the health, no, it's not working. So first things first, my husband actually messaged my account to the hacker and said, give my wife back her account. And he said this, payment. So they wanted payment. Clearly we didn't ask, we didn't say anything. He blocked my husband straight away. You know, I've seen people who have paid and then the hacker stops conversations once they've received money from you. So don't pay them. They will not give it back to you. For me, it's like I never negotiate with the bad guys. You know, I've learned that in movies, but also in real life, never negotiate with the bad dude. They'll always do you wrong. They'll pretend to promise you something and they won't. The first thing that I did after not being able to follow the help center and everything there was I actually went on and secured my other social media platforms, my other, you know, online things. For example, I went and secured my Facebook straight away, all my emails, my banking, because they obviously had access to all those information. And just in general, as soon as I put it out there on my Facebook that my Instagram had been hacked, I had so many people reaching out to me saying that the same thing happened to them on Facebook, which for me would be a little bit worse because I actually have all my client support systems, everything is on there. So that would almost be worse if that was hacked. So what I mean by secured, I went on and made sure that I had 2-step factor authentication on all my apps. I use a third-party app. So this one here is free. I downloaded it straight away when this all happened, and I used it to secure my Facebook with that. I did not know. It is my fault. I should have known. I did not know 2-step factor was a thing on Instagram. Like, I'd never seen a pop-up come up for it. I don't know when it started. I don't know if it was always around. I'm not tech savvy. And some of you might watch this and think, well, that's your problem and you're stupid. Well, yeah, okay, it was my problem and I should have totally known about it, but I didn't. And in putting this out there on my platform, so many people didn't even know, they don't know what that is. They're like, what is that? And so they've been able to obviously do that now to protect themselves. And really, it's the only way to kind of protect yourself is doing two-step factor, because if they don't have your physical phone, you need to enter the code that comes through on your phone. And they obviously can't do that if they're not on your phone. So that's what the first thing that I do. The next thing that I did was I looked up all YouTube clips, you know, how to get the account back. And I watched two main ones, so shout out to these guys. I'll put them in the write-up of this, of the two videos that I watched that was a combination of really three things that got me my account back. A combination of doing what the two videos said, video ID and Facebook business page advertising to speak to Facebook concierge, as well as, to be fair, my contacts. So some of my friends have people who work at Facebook, and, you know, just towards the end, you know, they were sending reports off. I don't know the combination of what works. I'm being honest. It wasn't one thing, but like I said, it could have been a combination of the things that actually allowed me to do that one thing. So that's why I'm sharing, because all these YouTube videos that I watched were very specific, like this is it. This is what to do. But that didn't work for me. And I'm just being honest. So I have to share what worked for me so that you could have one of them as being the chance to help you, okay? The first video I watched was talking, and the quickest way, which it really is, the quickest way to get your Instagram account back if it's been hacked or disabled is doing the video identification. Where Instagram, there's like a little inbuilt video ID thing that happens on their thing, and you basically have your video taken to identify that it's you. It really works only on accounts that have photos of yourself on the account. So I'm just putting this out there to any business owner in particular, or if you're not a business but you share like landscape photos, maybe you're a landscape photographer and you've only got photos of nature, or maybe of other people, or if you have like t-shirts and you're a clothing store and you do not have any photos of you on there, I understand for security reasons, sometimes you don't want your identity to be on there. But just letting you know, in situations like this, if you do not have a photo of yourself somewhere on that profile, then they can't identify you through photo or video because you're not on there. So you probably won't ever get the account back because they cannot identify that it is you through photo and video. They just can't. Even if you send them ID, you're not on there. So it's really important that maybe you do an introduction post or something and you include your personal face in there somewhere on your profile, just so that in situations like this, they can do it. Now, this video ID button, I did not have the button. Need more help. That is what every single Instagram posty thing everywhere online says, use that button. The video that I watched on the fastest way to get your Instagram back was plus need more help. I did not have the need more help button. Check the photos out here. I did not have it. I made sure that my Instagram was up to date. I deleted my Instagram. I put the Instagram app back on. I then did it on my computer because I've logged in before on my computer. I did the same thing on my computer, making sure everything was up to date. Nothing. No need more help. My girlfriend, who is a school mom, came to me at school pickup. She has the button, need more help. She's like, here, use my phone. So I'm trying to do it on my phone. Boom. Straight away it says unrecognized device. It doesn't work if you're trying it off a device that you've never logged in on with your Instagram username and password. So it will only work on the devices that you have previously logged in before, a trusted device, so to speak. So I couldn't get it. I could not do video ID. I kept emailing the security@instagram.com email address, which is the only Instagram one to email, by the way, unless you have specific communications with someone. And I kept saying, please video ID me, please video ID me, because my photo ID, the bot said it wasn't me. So, you know, so that's actually one thing that did come through, by the way, was I got an email from what looked like Instagram, but I wasn't sure. It had, like, look at this email address. It has all these weird numbers and support and blah. I didn't know if it was the hacker trying to get me to send them details. Right? So at first I didn't respond. Later, a friend of mine who does a lot of business stuff, she said, no, that is Instagram contacting you. I was like, okay, I will respond. And it was asking for me to grab a piece of paper, write a code on it, stand there, take a photo and send through some details for them to verify it was me. I did that. I could not have got, I mean, look at this photo. I look like I'm in Instagram jail. I could not have made it any clearer. And it came back saying that it was not approved, that it wasn't me. I mean, my personal Instagram has my face everywhere. It's pretty much me in every photo, right? It's like, what? So that didn't work. So I couldn't do the video ID and the photo ID didn't work. So the next thing I moved on to was, you know, from videos that I had watched, was having an ad running on your Facebook business page. You can look on the video that I have put down in the links below about how to create a Facebook business page and an ad. I already had a Facebook business page attached to my personal business Instagram. So I already know how to run ads and I already have one of them. So I instantly went on and created an ad. I didn't want the ad running, to be fair, on that particular whatever I wrote on there. It was shocking, but I just needed the ad to be running. I put like $10 onto it for 5 days. And I put it up. Now, I refreshed the page, I logged in, I logged out. I did everything they said to be able to do the next step. And when I went to the next step, everything looked like all the videos on YouTube said. But then I didn't have the button. What is with me and these buttons? Like, I was literally like, why don't I have the buttons? I want the buttons. Give me the buttons and I can do this. But I had no buttons. I don't have the send more help button and I don't have this freaking button. Where are the buttons? Why am I not getting the buttons? Universe, give me the buttons. And I had no buttons. So I'll show you now what it looks like. So I've set up the Facebook business ad. You go into help and then you go into the business help center. All right, once you're on the business help center, you can click all different kinds of avenues here to be able to then start a chat with someone, or you just go down to the bottom and it says, you know, need more support. Now, as you can see on mine, it says that. It says needs more support, need to talk to support, or whatever it says, question mark. And you can tell that there's meant to be something next there. Like, it's telling you to click, but there was nothing for me to click. It was empty. I did all the things the YouTube videos said. I went on to the specific categories and it said need more support, question, blank, nothing, no button. My girlfriend who helped me was like, why don't you have the green button? I said, what green button? She goes, the advertising button. And at this point, I think everyone thought I was just like a technology retard, to be fair, but I'm not. And it wasn't there. Look, there's no green button, nothing. It's just blank. She's like, where's your green button? You need to press the green button and then you can start a chat with them. I'm like, I don't have a green button. So I had no green button. I kept refreshing. I kept going there. I kept trying. I kept trying. I kept trying. Then I noticed that one of the YouTube videos said that you must have a spend on that ad. So the ad has to have not only been active, but it has to then have already had some spend on it. I noticed mine hadn't yet. So I was like, hey, maybe it's that. So just a couple of tips with the Facebook ads and your expectations with timings of this, guys, because I wanted it fixed then. I wanted it fixed yesterday. So I wasn't being very patient and I wasn't understanding because none of the videos said this about the times. So obviously you've got to set up your Facebook business page. That might take time for it to be all up. Your Facebook ad, just because you say, yep, go, it then has to get approved. So the approval can take 1, 2, 3, I don't know how many days, but it can take for sure a day. Mine took 1 day to get approved and to become active. Then it needs to get out there and money needs to get spent on the ad first before you get access to all the features on the Facebook Business Help Center. So that all happened in a day and a half for me. You know, putting the ad, like creating an ad, getting it approved and it having spent was only a day and a half. I mean, that's a long time for me, trust me, when I was getting a million messages from people who were getting hacked and scammed through my Instagram account. It was torture. But, you know, I obviously was doing what I could. A day and a half it took to do that. So I'm immediately trying to find these buttons on the Business Help Center to start the chat with a live agent. It is the only way on Facebook and Instagram world that you can speak to a person. At this point, I was like, who am I talking? Like, I'm putting out these reports to the freaking sky. I'm sending these emails to what I hope is actually Instagram and not a hacker. Like, you're literally just sending it off to this virtual world. You have no idea if they're getting the emails. You have no idea if anyone's going to reply to you. And you're just talking to yourself, basically. And so it's like, it's not very, you don't feel secure, you don't feel supported, and you don't, I don't know, it's just really weird, and it feels really high risk is the best way to put it the whole time. So I really wanted to talk to a person, and this is the only way through Facebook Concierge, through business. They only have it for people that spend money with them, basically, which is fine and fair enough. I mean, it's not fine. It should be better than that, but obviously it makes sense to me. So one thing that was not on all the YouTube clips that I am going to tell you now is that it actually took 2 days after my ad had spent. It took 2 days for the button to appear. I had almost lost hope that the button was going to appear, okay, at this point. So by the way, in this 2-day period, I just keep reporting my account. I keep emailing the security Instagram.com. I kept bombarding them, like setting alarms on my phone, just like keep sending the same thing over and over and over. Because I wasn't just gonna like let it up. Okay, so my number one tip as well is don't give up. Don't give up. Be persistent with it, because if you just do it once and you send off a report once, it's not good enough. It's not gonna help. I mean, maybe you'll be lucky, but for the rest of us, I don't think so, yeah? So anyway, so 2 days later, I just thought, okay, before I go to pick up my kids up from school, I'm just gonna refresh the page and see if the magic button appears. And I refreshed, and to be fair, at this point, I was thinking, yeah, it's going to look blank again, like I've seen this for like 3 days now, you know. And the green button appeared. The green button. So I immediately said to my husband, you have to pick up the kids. The green button's here. I have to talk to someone. So press the green button. Next, you'll see that obviously you have to fill a report out. You have to say, what's the issue? Write a reported description and add any attachments. So I actually had set up a folder on my computer saying Instagram hack, and it was all my screenshots that I took. And by the way, please do this. Oh my God, I need to add this in the beginning of the video. Make sure you take screenshots of everything. The whole step. Take screenshots of everything, because they will ask you for proof if you're speaking to someone. And obviously if you want to send reports and emails, you need to show them stuff. So I just took screenshots of everything and sent it to a folder on my desktop as well as on my phone. I set up a folder that says Instagram hack. So I added all the images to the report, and then as you can see here, it says start chat. Press that button. It will take you to Messenger. Open it in Messenger. It's just a chat through Messenger, which by the way, you can actually do on your phone. I thought I was stuck to my computer for this, so that's why I sent my husband off, but you can actually write on your phone. So I found it really easy. You don't have to send anything to your desktop. I just, you know, did it through my phone, a bit of a combination, okay? But then you will see, you'll answer a couple of bot questions, and then the live agent comes on. And you are talking to an actual person. Number one tip here, please be kind. As frustrated, pissed off, angry, annoyed as you are at this point, don't take it out on this person. It's not their fault. You know, be really kind and you will get kindness back. If you're being rude, you probably won't get that much help. Now, I heard on the videos that if someone says they can't really help you and they just send you to the help center link, just end the chat. Like they don't have the capacity or the skill level to fix it. So it's fine. So some of them were really not helpful and some were helpful and like, we're going to help you. So actually the first agent I got said, we're going to help you. I'm going to help you. They tried to get me to do the need more help on my app for video ID, and I kept having to literally screen record my phone as I was doing all the prompts they said, instead of taking screenshots. I thought, you know, you're not believing me. They weren't believing me that I didn't have the buttons. So I screen recorded it and they go, oh, you don't. Can I please call you? So Facebook called me 15 minutes later, an agent from Facebook. They then said that I was really locked out. The hacker did a really good job. So I was going to have to come at it in a different way and do a basically like a appeal that the admin on the Instagram account was the wrong admin. I had to full-blown, guys, write up a Word document, like a PDF, full-blown answering a million questions, a physical signature of myself. I had to provide passport, ID, like the whole thing. I had to provide them my tax information, the whole thing. They said 24 to 48 hours. Sometimes it can take longer, but we'll get back to you within that time. So at this point, I've spoken to someone on the computer, on the phone. I've spoken to them on email. I now have personal access. They said that they personally were going to put it through for me. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do anything else because I don't want it to interfere with what this lady was going to do for me. So I sent it all off and I'm very impatiently waiting. 48 hours has gone and I'm getting really annoyed at this point. I email them back and I get some other person emailing saying, yeah, it's not happening, whatever. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm back at square one. So I literally just keep repeating the same process, keep talking to an agent, keep talking to an agent, keep talking to an agent. And at this point, I feel like from what I read and what I watched on other YouTube videos about this particular trick, I feel is invalid again. Just putting it out there, guys. I'm just letting you know. I think it's invalid. I think there's so much hacking going on right now. Facebook's picked up on the fact that everyone's just doing ads just to speak to them. And the last agent was like, well, the two last agents said to me, oh, this is not what Facebook Concierge is for. We are only here to talk to you about your ads and your business on Facebook. So we're not going to help you follow this link. So they were shutting off the conversations at this point because they could tell that I wasn't speaking to them about Facebook, I was speaking to them about Instagram. And the last agent on Friday 25th, I was hacked on February 5th. This was February 25th. I did it again. I was so over it. I'm like, I'm not waiting. I'm going to keep going. I have to persist with this. I spoke to an agent and they said, yep, I'll help you. I'm like, oh, thank God. Then they asked to call me. I said, yes, please. They called me from a United States number and at first it seemed great. Then they said to me, they had the nerve to say to me, my advice at this point is for you to start a new Instagram account and warn all your followers about your other account. I'm thinking how, but anyway, I don't have access to my followers because they put my account on private. And, you know, and I said, so what does that mean? Are you saying that I'm not going to get recovery on my other account? And they said the likelihood of us being able to help you and get recovery is basically impossible. The hacker's done a really good job. And I said, so hold on. Other followers of mine that got hacked through me have regained access because they had the video ID ability. So they've got access from the same hacker. So why is it my account is not getting, like, why are you telling me no, that you're not going to give me back my account, but other people have got theirs back? And they just said, yeah, no comment. I'm serious. It was recorded. They said no comment. I'm like, what do you mean no comment? So we said, hold on. So you're telling me I'm not getting my account back. They said, yeah, it's likely that that is going to be the case. So at this point, I was like, this person's not helping me. And they actually said that Facebook doesn't have the capacity to really help. It's only Instagram that can do this. It's not Facebook. So I hung up the phone and I said, right, not going through that avenue anymore. It's not working. Randomly, I then thought, I am going to check one more time if that need more help button is on my freaking app on Instagram. I went to Instagram. I went to log in. So what you've got to go is you go log into an existing account, and then it comes up, okay? Once you're there, just type in your username and go, forgot password. Do not type in emails and phone numbers, and don't tell them to send the links to emails and phone numbers because it will send the link to the hacker, okay? So type in your username here. As you can see, follow what my video is doing, okay? Then it popped up. The need more help button appeared. It appeared. So I went, that's it. I'm doing nothing else now. 2 hours straight, guys. I did, I think, 16 times the video ID because I thought, I don't know when this need more help button is going to disappear on me. I haven't had it for 3 weeks. I was 3 weeks hacked at this point. And I'm like, I am going to go to town. I'm not doing it once. I'm doing it as many times as I can in the next 2 hours because I had only 2 hours up my sleeves at that point. So where it says trouble logging in, type your username and press need more help. I normally, like from what I've seen on this, is it has the hacker's details straight away. And so you need to try another way, okay? And then you can obviously add in the details or select one of the options. Randomly, my email and mobile that had previously been removed from this account was sitting there. So I don't know if it was a combination of my friends sending it for a report, the Facebook concierge, me sending security@instagram.com emails and reports, the combination of all of it. I don't know, but my details were on there. If they weren't though, guys, You just simply need to type your email address in. No problem. So do that, and then you press next. It will then send a security code to your email address. So obviously go type that in. All right, and by the way, if you don't have that ability, you just press try another way, and you can press get support. Okay, so the next bit here is, for me, I had to do that. I had to do email code, and then it would say the next bit. It would say, you know, type a code that will pop up on your phone, or send a code to your mobile. I did that the first time thinking, oh, my number's there. It sent it to the hacker. So don't do that. On this one, say try another way. It then gives you, why can't you get into your account? And it says, I forgot my password, the login code, blah, blah, blah. My account was hacked. My account was disabled, something. So it depends what your situation is. You might have a disabled account or a hacked account at the moment. I pressed my account was hacked. Next. Then you type in your email address, guys. Next. Or submit, sorry. Then go to your email. You'll see a code. I actually had my desktop email up and I was not getting out of the app, because every time I came out of the app on my phone, it started all over again. So like to go look at the code on my email, it just popped off. It would pop off all the time, the whole process. So I couldn't do it on my phone. I had to have my email up somewhere else, and then I was doing this codes on my phone. Type in the code and press confirm. Straight away, as soon as the second time you're asked for a code, straight away, when you press confirm on that code so as soon as you've been asked, why can't you get in, and you've selected an option, and then put your email address and then confirm the code. As soon as you've done that, straight away a photo will be taken of your face and the video ID starts. So before you press confirm, make sure you're ready to take that photo. I had my hair in a pony, like a bun, as you can see on this video. And then after I did like 10 of these, I then actually removed it and put my hair out, because a lot of my photos, my hair is out. And I thought, you know what? Just gonna do both, because one, what if they can't tell it's me like this? Or what if they can't tell it's me like this because too much hair on my face? So I just made sure that I did both, okay? So be ready to take the photo and the video ID straight away as soon as you press confirm. So if you're not ready, don't press confirm until you're ready. So I stood in front of good lighting, and I didn't have a background behind me, and I kept my phone nice and still. And I was staring straight at the camera. Boom, it takes a photo. Then it'll ask you to move your head around, okay? Then you press, you know, submit or whatever it is. Hold on, submit or what's it? Yes. Then you press submit video. Sometimes it said error, it couldn't be submitted. I would just try again, try again, try again. If not, I would swipe the app up and go again, do it again. I did it 16 times, okay? And then that was I started that at 10 a.m. And like I said, I kept going for 2 hours, so 12-ish in the afternoon. And at 9:02 p.m., I received this Instagram email, followed by actually 8 others because of all the attempts that I had done, of which, by the way, I had a few come through saying that they could not identify that it was me and it failed. So it just shows, don't do it once, because maybe the one that I did this time was the one that failed. So thank God I did it 16 times. I got like 8 that said, yes, it is you, okay? So as soon as I got that email, you just have to really be prepared to do the steps. Do not rush it and just go on there and not know what the hell you're doing, not know what to do next. Write down those steps on a piece of paper. Write down codes on a piece of paper or on notes on your phone. So on my phone, I developed a note saying what I created a new password. I wrote it out on the note. I wrote out my email, my phone number. I wrote everything on a note on my phone, including the codes any codes that Instagram sent me, everything on a note on my phone and on a piece of paper. I wrote down the next steps on a piece of paper so I didn't have to get in and out on my phone. Because, guys, this is something none of the YouTubers said. This is something not written on Instagram or whatever. I thought that once Instagram obviously gives you access back to your account, that it meant that they booted the hacker off, they've wiped they've fixed your account, you know, because I had all my followers reporting the account. So clearly that account's getting like red flagged at this point, yeah? I thought they would have booted the hacker out and then given me access. No. The hacker is sitting on your account when you get this email from Instagram. So a few of my friends who had regained their account before me, they got rehacked because when they went to go on, the hacker got notified the hacker was actively online on their account. They immediately booted them back out. So I actually paid attention to what times the hacker was online and what times they were quiet. And to be fair, I was a naughty girl and I couldn't wait till the morning when they were quiet. I actually couldn't handle it. I was like, I'm doing it now. But I was prepared to work extra fast because I knew that they were online and I knew that they would try boot me out. So just know the hacker is still on there. So you have to really understand the next steps when you get your account back. Do not think that, oh, it's all yours and you can take your time and you can not know what's next and just kind of be clumsy into it. The thing that I learned from this is to be aware and educate myself. That's what I learned. That was the lesson that I learned. So guys, learn the lesson, yeah? So don't just like go back on there and like not secure your account again and have it done again. So first things first, I pressed the link from Instagram, which is to reset password. I quickly reset the password because I'd copied from my note on my phone the new password I wanted. Boom, 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 in. It got me in, okay? Once I had got in, I went straight away to my account, my settings and my account and my security. I instantly removed their email and phone number off. So you got to go on there and delete it, add yours, delete it, add yours. I then went to two-step factor. Only once I had gone to account information and security information because it was put on both. So I thought that on account, once you removed the details there, that it would immediately fix the security details. It didn't. So I had to do it on both. I went everywhere that you could have added details. I went on there and removed his. His was secretly kind of stashed everywhere. This phone number was stashed everywhere. So and that's how I know it was a Nigerian hacker because of that reason. So I went on, removed all the stuff. I then set up two-factor authentication. I immediately went on there and set it up with the backup codes as the primary way. I saved all those backup codes. I sent it to my husband straight away on text and wrote it down on a piece of paper, all my backup codes. And I then set up two-step factor to all the degrees that I could. Okay, I set it up with that new third-party app as well because it's something they can't get because I have my phone, right? Set that up. Then I went on and looked through my account to make sure that I removed everything of theirs. And one thing was trusted devices. Under security, there's trusted devices. His mobile was put there as a trusted device. I removed that because otherwise, if he tries to rehack me, it's put that he doesn't need the code. Guys, this is huge. He doesn't need the code because it will send the links and the codes to his trusted device. So I removed that. And now the account is mine. Now it's back to me. The hacker is completely out of there. Bye. Okay? But please don't go on there and just think that the account is yours. It's not. You have to do Instagram's job, guys. And you have to remove everything. You have to put all yours. And do not forget to do your two-step factor authentication straight away to secure your account. And the last thing I wanted to share that was not shared by anyone else, maybe they didn't have the problem, but I do. As soon as I've gone on there, I went live to let everyone know that it was me because I'm not going to type things out. They're going to think it's the hacker. And I obviously had a ridiculous amount of messages from what the hacker was doing on my account. And I went to go reply and I'm blocked from replying to DMs currently as well. And I saw on my account status, obviously because of all the reports that have gone through, they have blocked me from doing any DMs for 7 days. I'm on an Instagram block. The more you continue to try do DMs, the more they kind of like can block you and prolong that. I've sent now reports about that. I've sent security@instagram.com emails saying, hey, you guys, gave me back my hacked account, but now, and it's like, it blows my mind. Like now all the reports are obviously catching up. My account's getting like frozen and restricted, sorry, is the best way to put it. And from not me, but from the hacker, and they don't wipe that off. They don't wipe it off. It's just how it is. So just know that. And I hope this video helps. Like I said, I'm not a technology guru. I'm not a security guru. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not an Instagram, guru. I just use it for my business. And so I hope this helps. I'm sorry if it's happened to you. It's honestly the weirdest and most invasive feeling, having someone pretend to be you. It's not that your Instagram account is gone. It's the fact that your name, like they are genuinely pretending to be you. They defamed me, you know, like they've made me look like some spammer. People who didn't know me well enough think that that was me. It's not cool for everything that it does beyond just not being able to access your account. And so I really hope that this helps you, that you get onto it straight away by watching something like this, and so that you can secure your accounts for the future. So thank you, and I hope this helped. Bye guys.